Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your preview for Brentford versus Chelsea in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. And I would normally be coming on here for this one and being quite excited, I'm not going to lie. I was looking forward to this so much. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's the Carabao Cup. Yeah, it's something people are not very fussed about, but it's a trophy. And it's early. You win that in Feb, it gives you motivation, a little winning taste for you to end the season on a high. So I thought, you know what, it'd be nice to win it. Whereas now, plans are completely out of the window. And we are fully running on luck. Luck. We'll see what happens. We're going to run on luck. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. Simple as that. I never thought I'd say that, but here we are. Before we get into the preview, I want to let you know of a couple of things. Firstly, this video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you download the OneFootball app for all of your footballing news, your updates, your statistics, your videos, whatever. It's there. Make sure you do it just like I do. It's my go-to. It's my number one, so make it yours too. Hit the link in the description. Download the OneFootball app now and enjoy. Secondly, don't forget to check out my second channel. I've had a couple of uploads, 3 as of today, on my second channel, Younes Talks. I'll leave a link right here. Make sure you check it out. And follow me on Twitch, where later on, if you do catch this at a time where I am going to be streaming, later on I am streaming FIFA. And then the highlights from that FIFA stream will be going up on my second channel. So make sure your eyes are peeled on both. Now, let's get into this. Is this even a preview? I don't know what to say. Normally I come on to a preview and I have a complete clarity. I have complete clarity in terms of how it's going to go down. I know what to expect. I know who's going to play pretty much. I know what the opposition are going to try and do. And this is just complete. I'm winging this one. I am fully winging this one. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am fully winging it. This is me bluffing at 100%. Now, I don't mean that necessarily in terms of I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. But my goodness, Chelsea don't have players. We ain't got a team. It's as simple as that. We ain't got a team. And at least if we're trying to manage the squad, if we're thinking about managing the squad, well, we're forced to manage the squad tomorrow and have to probably go beyond that. Normally, it's just a case of rotation. We'll play a couple of players here, but no, you know what? You know when you're playing FIFA and you come across a game in a very packed schedule where you're just like, you know what, we're just going to have to completely change the entire 11 here. Rest everyone. That is what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, it won't be Brentford versus Chelsea. It will be Brentford versus Cobham. That is what I am 100% certain about. Why? Because the team news is here. Thomas Tuchel did provide us an update, and he has confirmed N'Golo Kante will not be featuring. Christensen will not be featuring. Chalobah will not be featuring. Those go along with the names that are already out. All of the positive tested ones are already out, and they're going to be out for 10 days since that positive test, so we already know. Jorginho has come back. He's the only one that has actually come back, and he's come back because his positive test was a false positive, and he tested negative, so he's allowed to train, and he's available, and he's not sick. He just tested positive, but that was a false positive. So, how many false positives are there? That's what I want to know. Can we check the rest? Maybe everyone else is false. Because, honestly, this is a shambles. This is an absolute shambles. The fact that we've almost missed out on a Jorginho now, for example. And even then, I don't think he'll play. I'd be surprised if even Jorginho features. Because he had a little issue, I think, with his hip or his back or whatnot. And for him to be put into the situation that we've had to put Kante and Kovacic in our last game against Wolves, where Tuchel did confirm that that was quite a dangerous thing to do with Kante, especially having to play the entire game. We shouldn't have done that. And that's the reason why he's not playing tomorrow and he's being protected for the Aston Villa game. And that's the right thing to do. But how many players are we going to do that with tomorrow? Because we need to rest players. Players get tired. These players that are having to play every single game, even the front three that aren't even banging in goals or performing or doing much, when you're looking at Pulisic or Mason Mount or Ziyech or what, they have to be protected. Because if something happens to them, well, then we really don't have anyone to play. It's as simple as that. We're going to have to play Bettinelli up front. Like, that's how peak it's getting. So, with tomorrow, we know that the under-23s, or there were members of the development squad that have been called up to train with the first team, and they have been training. And Thomas Tuchel did confirm that in terms of Lewis Baker, that's a prominent academy player that we have. Someone who is on the brink of becoming a senior player at some point. Maybe not for Chelsea immediately. He'll go out on loan or something. But he's in the process of starting to make that transition. He was meant to be involved tomorrow. He was meant to be starting. Thomas Tuchel confirmed that. He can't now because he's tested positive. So, he's going to be unavailable. Even though he was training, he looked great. Apparently, he was in the plan for tomorrow, but he's tested positive, and now he's going to have to go and isolate and train from home and not feature. And he's going to be out for the next 10 days. So, we know that Thomas Tuchel is going to the kids. He's going to the kids, which leads me on to, well, who are we picking then? What team does Thomas Tuchel pick? I'll get to that very shortly. Before I do, I want to confirm Brentford, because there were rumours that players might be missing from Brentford. Well, turns out Brentford might actually have a strong team available. I've got it here. Thomas Frank did confirm that there are no positive tests in the squad for Brentford at all ahead of the quarter-final with Chelsea. It says here, when discussing his team selection, Frank said, we will put out a strong team, or we will put a strong team out. I don't know what Chelsea will do. We've not played for 10 days now. My idea was to rotate anyway, but we will go to win. We will be difficult to play against. And I fully expect that, which is why I'm going into this now. No expectation. No, we're definitely going to win. We might lose tomorrow. We might completely lose. And if it happens, I'm cool with it. I've made amends. I'm cool with it. It's one of those things where I would rather rest players and get them back to 100% for the Premier League than sabotage the remaining players we have left just to try and get to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. It's as simple as that. We've got to prioritise. And right now, the Carabao Cup is just not that much of a priority. It'd be nice, but it's not that much of a priority. Which leads me to the starting 11. Let's get into what I think the starting 11 is going to be, and you're gonna find this quite funny, I think. Check this out. So, in goal, I'd go Bettinelli. Because I know if Mendy's not going to play, Kepa will be the one that we go to. However, there's one big factor we've got to put into context here. The AFCON will be going ahead. That was confirmed earlier today by the president of the CAF. He did say that on the 7th of January, him and his family and his association, everyone will be in Cameroon. The African Cup will be taking place. It will be going ahead as planned, so we haven't got to worry. Which means Mendy will be leaving Chelsea in the next week, I'm guessing, because the AFCON begins on the 7th, which means we've just got over 2 weeks until the AFCON actually begins. So the squads need to go out there, they need to settle for a little bit, get training, and then start the tournament. So expect Mendy to be gone very shortly. It would be crazy to play Kepa when you just know that if something happens to him tomorrow and Mendy flies out, then we're going to have to play Bettinelli in the Premier League. Which is why tomorrow we're pretty much throwing this anyway. The kids are playing. So play Bettinelli. Give him a game. Let's see what he does. Simple as that. And Kepa we can save for when Mendy is about to go in the next few days, I'm guessing. The next week or so, Mendy will be leaving. So, we'll see what happens. But I would go with Bettinelli. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to do something I've never done in a preview before. I'm going to stop here. Yeah, and you're probably looking at me like, what? Why? It's because I don't know. Who's playing in defence? I don't know. Who's playing in midfield? I don't know. Who's playing up front? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We know, as I've said, the kids were meant to be involved. All I can do is look to the academy here and start plucking out some names. Who are we going to play? Josh Brookin? Alfie Gilchrist? Gilchrist going to get a game? I know Mbuyamba is in the development squad. He's looking like a tank, by the way. But is he back from injury? Is he playing? If he is, he might actually be an option to play tomorrow and give players like Rudiger and all them lot a rest. What about in midfield? Ben Elliott, is he going to play? George McCracken, is he going to play? Dion Rankine, is he going to play? Xavier Simmons, Harvey Vale, we know is definitely one I expect to start. If there is one, I think Harvey Vale will be starting tomorrow, 100%. Charlie Webster, will we be seeing him in midfield? What about our forwards? Musonda, there was a whole thing about Musonda, the fact that he is not going to be staying at Chelsea beyond the end of this season. And he's done an interview and told everyone exactly what went down between him and Petr Cech after Petr Cech gave him the bad news that he will be leaving the club and there won't be a new contract put on the table. Musonda offered Petr Cech to play for free. He did. He offered just to stay at Chelsea because he's heartbroken and he wants to stay. And now that he's back from injury, he wants to stay. He's offered to play for free. Well, you know what, Charlie? You might actually get an opportunity tomorrow against Brentford. You might. I don't know if he's trained. This is the thing. I don't know. I know there's been young players that have been called up to first team training by Thomas Tuchel. Who are those young players, though? No one knows. No, there's been no clarification. I've not seen any names. I don't know who's been training and who hasn't from the academy, from the development squad. I don't know, which is why I can't put it out on here because I genuinely don't know who is there or who isn't. All I know for sure, Harvey Vale is definitely going to be playing, I reckon. He'll be starting and playing 90 minutes, I reckon. Soon-Sub Bell. Are we going to see Soon-Sub Bell play for the Chelsea first 11 now? Are we going to see him called up to the senior squad for a game? Maybe. Jaden Wareham. Are we going to see him? I mean, we don't know. We don't know. It's as simple as that. And this is why I'm going to stop it here. In terms of the starting 11, I don't know. Bettinelli is the only guy that I can confirm I will definitely start on this pitch. And that's basically it. Anything that Thomas Tuchel does tomorrow will be the starting 11. And in terms of a score prediction, guys, I don't know. I really don't know. We could win. We might win comfortably. We might not. We might draw. It might go to penalties. We might lose. Brentford with a strong team at home might actually win 1 or 2-0. But what I want to end this on is, regardless of what happens tomorrow, it's as simple as that. We take it on the chin. We take it on the chin. Whatever happens. If we get battered 3-0 tomorrow, we take it on the chin. Because I sympathise with Tuchel. I sympathise with the fact that he's got to consider prioritising Premier League games. We've got our next game on the 26th, Boxing Day. Tomorrow's the 22nd. There's 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. That's a nice extra 3 days of being able to get everyone else that has been playing back up to 100% ready for the Premier League again. So if we go through tomorrow, cool. We're in a semi-final and we've blagged it. Fantastic. We've managed to rest players. If we don't, we take it on the chin. We're eliminated. We go again next season when we have a full squad. It's as simple as that. But for tomorrow, I'm expecting academy players. I'm expecting kids. I'm expecting Cobham Inc. to show up. So it's not going to be Brentford versus Chelsea. It's going to be Brentford versus Cobham. And hopefully Cobham do the job tomorrow. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But make sure you are here for the watch along. I will be doing that live tomorrow for the game. So make sure you guys are peeled. Make sure you guys are subscribed here. Make sure your notification bell is on to be notified once I've uploaded. Match review after the watch along as well will be done. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it in a weird way, just because we're going into the unknown. I don't know what to expect. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, Younes Talks. I will be streaming on Twitch later. Make sure you're following me there. And I will see all of you tomorrow for the watch along. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.